past couple of years has put us in a state of disconnect, especially marriages. Events have had to go viral, and we're still not in the clear yet with gathering. But hey, some folks are. And that's why we're seeing more and more and more and more and more marriage event announcements. Yeah, we're going to talk about that today, marriage events. Coming up on Surviving Marriage Podcast.
Welcome to Surviving Marriage Podcast with Rufus and Jenny, marriage educators, best-selling authors, and relationship disruptors, giving you marriage education from decades of marriage experience. Here's Rufus and Jenny triplet.
Thank you to Let's Get Checked for sponsoring this video.
Let's Get Checked makes professional health testing easy by letting you get tested without having to visit a healthcare provider.
Choose your test online, and it will be delivered to you in discreet packaging.
Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available from your secure online account within 2 to 5 days.
Once your results are available, they will be reviewed by a physician. A nurse will then contact you for a consultation over the phone. In some cases, the physician will be able to provide prescriptions to the pharmacy of your choosing.
Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. Let's Get Checked lets you avoid uncomfortable office visits by providing you with access to home testing and professional medical consultations without ever having to leave your home. It's never been this simple to get tested.
So if you want to get tested at home, visit trylgc.com/Rufus and Jenny.
Special offer for Rufus and Jenny viewers. Click the link in this video description and get 30% off of your test. Now, what do you need to do? Let's get checked.
Welcome to all of our global listeners around the world. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Marriage Podcast. We had to take a little break to put some finishing touches on our new book. I think you guys have heard us talking about it. We have a new book after 9 years. And that is kind of, I don't know, because, authors try to put out a book like every 2 years, every 3 years or something like that. But our Surviving Marriage book has just kept us going and so busy so much. There was like no need to drop another book.
Well, y'all need to be healthy. I put on there, put salt to taste.
Within 5 years. They don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, they know. So, you're talking about cooking.
But they don't even know. What? Okay, so what's the name of the book? They don't even know what you're talking about. What's in the book? They don't know. They don't know.
Ain't that what we telling them?
But have I said it? So I
said it.
Okay. Well, it's releasing soon. We have a new book. Send me that recipe. And we won't go into it too much because we're going to do like a whole episode about the book. And once it releases, you guys will know so much more about it. It's our first book, like I said, in 9 years. It's a mixture of recipes, food recipes, and marriage tips, which we call them marriage recipes. So you guys see how we did that there? It's food and marriage recipes.
I was just giving them a heads up.
Okay.
Salt to taste.
Okay. It's different. It's the book is different. And we like to do different. Like we did different with the Surviving Marriage book because a lot of people they were like, wow, this is like really different. They didn't expect that. And we're extra happy that so many people are anticipating it. Like, we put the cover out, released it, talked about it just a little bit.
Define extra happy.
That it's coming. They said they can't wait to pick up a copy.
Oh, I thought you said we was extra happy.
We are extra happy.
I ain't extra happy.
They're anticipating it.
Some people just extra.
They're anticipating it. And see, it's late because it should have been out in February. But COVID has delayed a lot of stuff. And like I said, we'll get into that a little bit more on the details in another episode as to why it was late. And also we'll be posting pre-order info very, very soon. Very soon. So stay tuned for that. We're excited because we definitely got excited when we saw the cover because the cover is different. And
again, I mean, it's all good. Hopefully it looks good and everything. I don't know. I ain't just bouncing off of walls and things.
Yeah, it's been 9 years, dude.
Excited.
It's been 9 years.
I'm good.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's
happy
time for us to
when it's finally done.
Start the cycle and do it all over again, like we getting back out to the people. You remember all of what we had to do the first time around to get the word out about the book, to sell our book.
I ain't had to do nothing but just go to the cities.
And think about everything that has happened over the last 9 years. TikTok didn't even exist 9 years ago. And now we're on TikTok and we're going to be talking about our book.
Oh, I thought TikTok was a bomb or something.
No, TikTok. Hey, you know what?
Ring a rock.
This might be a little bit off subject, but you know what I just read today?
Dance.
That TikTok is the most visited app site.
That's what they said.
It has overtaken Google.
I actually read that somewhere.
Yeah, I read it today.
But what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. He's anticipated.
That's why he's trying to get reels together.
I'm sorry, he's intimidated.
Who you picking? What you doing?
He is intimidated.
You just picking on the brother?
I was picking something off of
you,
bro.
Let it stay where it's at. It wasn't bothering nobody.
So more information about the book is coming soon. Please stay tuned because like I said, we're excited about it. We want you guys to get it. It is different. It's us. It's how we do our thing.
I don't do no thing.
Yeah, and we can't wait. We can't wait to share it with you guys. Okay. COVID has delayed a lot, like so much.
Is everything gonna be blamed on COVID? COVID gonna be like, y'all better quit blaming me for y'all mishaps
over the past couple of years. I'm sorry. When you go to the grocery store, is it not supply chain? It's a COVID issue. When you go,
everything is a COVID issue.
When you go to try to get your car fixed and they don't have the part, it's delayed or whatever. What is it?
Well, COVID did mess some stuff up, I guess.
Yeah,
it need to take some of the blame, but I'm saying eventually COVID gonna say, quit blaming me for everything y'all ain't doing.
You shouldn't have came around. You shouldn't have been here. Okay?
They were trying to leave. People just was still trifling and nasty, so he stuck around a little bit longer. It is what it is.
Well, one of the most things that has taken a beating as I say, beating is events. Live events.
You talking about Black History, girl.
Live events.
Had me going somewhere.
Live events, in-person events. Okay, we did an episode on marriage retreats a little while back, and the importance and with the world opening back up, so are events. So we're starting to see more and more events. So let's talk about marriage events. The physical connecting in person with a healthy environment is key. Now, we talked about, you guys can go back and listen to the episode we did about marriage retreats and why you should attend, which ones you should attend, what you should be getting out of it, and some ones that maybe you should run away from. Okay. But we're going to talk about key elements as far as marriage events, because they are becoming more prevalent as people are starting to, to gather and get together in person. And folks like to say that we give them keys. We do. We give keys.
I ain't got no keys to no Lamborghini.
So, well, here are the keys about marriage events. Okay. Number one, a wedding is a marriage event. Now, I don't think people look at it as that because you're focused on everything that goes on with the wedding, the bride and the groom. Oh, it's their day, and everything.
It's a marriage. It's an event.
Exactly. It's
you're dressing up.
Yeah.
You're bringing gifts.
There's a significant number of people that actually met their mates at weddings.
It's a marriage event.
Yeah, and it's people that actually go there looking for a mate. Like the women that be running for
like what's your best friend name?
The women that be running for the The bouquet, the
Hey,
bridal
who
bouquet.
that flower girl over there?
Yeah. You got a friend. Yeah, who is that? Yeah, people be checking people out because you have, family members coming from other family members. It's type of thing. It's a hookup. It's a hookup place. So just
A hook up place.
and there's a lot of married couples there too. So just think about all the love that's in the room because a lot of times
It is a marriage event. You said that right.
It's a marriage event.
Say it again.
And think about the display of love with all the couples, the married couples, and all the happy moments. And it really makes someone want to get married because it's marriage at its best. You're having fun, you're laughing, you're joking, you're dancing, you're frolicking, all that type of stuff.
Gangster don't dance, they boogie.
It makes you want to do all of that. So what does anyone bad have to say about marriage at a wedding? What would anybody say? Like all the bad stuff that you hear online, on the internet, on social media and everything, and everybody just dogging marriage.
About a wedding?
And all this about marriage. What would anybody have to say bad at a wedding? Nobody says anything bad at a wedding about marriage. Nobody's saying. Now, wouldn't it just
depends on what circle you in?
Wouldn't you just be the worst person to get up and say marriage sucks? You're in a marriage sucks.
Well, just don't let him give the speech.
But I'm just saying there have been a few folks that maybe have been disruptive, but the majority
Because he was drinking alcohol.
The majority of weddings go off without hitch. And
alcohol make you do some things.
There's as much chatter as you guys hear on social media about marriage and this, that, and the other. You never hear that at a wedding. You never hear, you shouldn't have got married, or you shouldn't have did this, or marriage,
Well, I guess,
you don't hear that.
You can't go by the TV weddings because they be coming in there saying, that's my girl. How you marrying the girl that I love?
That's drama. That's
I know that what they be saying on TV.
Yeah, that's drama.
I don't be watching that too much.
That's nothing but drama.
I remember somebody coming in saying that was their girl they were supposed to marry, and they were marrying somebody else. And you don't really love him. You love me. Oh, drama. I'm out of there then.
Drama.
Deuces.
Drama.
I'm getting away from the drama then.
Okay. All right, number 2, couples weekends or couples outings, double dating, stuff like that. That is a marriage event. Why? Because whenever there are planned outings with couples, you're going to talk about your marriage.
Okay, I almost thought you said double dipping. They be double dipping at the wedding too.
You're going to talk. You are guaranteed to talk about your relationships when you are in a planned outing with another couple or other couples. Stuff is going to come up when we get together.
Well, if it is your marriage, your wedding, you better be asking some people about marriage.
Well, when we get together, like with family and stuff, and you're there with your brothers and my sisters-in-law, their wives and stuff like that or whatever, it comes up. We talk about marriage stuff. It just
we
it
all
happens.
be having the same ideas about it too.
It happens, So even in an informal setting, without a professional involved, you talk about things between you and your mate, and you compare to other couples. You compare yourself.
I'm saying we all 20 years plus over here, so we all be saying the same thing. Leave them alone.
There's a few of us that's 30. So
30, 40.
Yeah, that's 30.
I'm just saying we all up in it. We made, the book that we wrote was about making it to 20 years. I'm just saying we all made it to 20 years. So we all kind of got the same concept of leave people alone.
Well, let me reiterate, because I have said it before, that this is not counseling. Like, even when you hang out with couples in an informal basis, even if you hung out with us, that is not counseling.
Yeah, and we don't skinny dip over here.
No, that's very informal hanging out. If you were coming to counseling with us, it would be more of a formal type situation. And this type of marriage eventing normally turns into something bigger, like bigger events, maybe couples weekend getaway, or a couples trip, or something like that. But it is not like the counseling that you need for your marriage, because you're not you're not putting delicate issues out there and working through things. You're not doing active listening. You're not doing
what are we doing
for what?
Are we just talking about marriage or something?
I'm talking about when you're having these informal events with other couples. That's not counseling.
No, that ain't.
Or if you're hanging out,
you better be going just to enjoy it.
Yeah, if you're hanging out with us as a couple, that's not counseling.
You better be coming just to enjoy it.
Yeah, because
ain't no one-on-one time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, if you haven't hung out with us, like, we leave all of our work. We're not even in work mode when we're hanging out.
What are we, like rubber?
No, we're just us.
Just hanging out all over the place.
If you think you're going to hang out with us and we're going to talk about marriage the whole time, like, that's all we talk about.
Please.
We have nothing else. Yeah.
Please, I'm trying to enjoy myself.
Exactly.
I don't know about harboring too many feelings about where you at in your space.
Exactly. We just, we leave all that to the side. So it's not like you finna invite us somewhere and then you going to work.
My hours are from...
Okay. 9 to 5, and you're not just gonna invite us.
Sometimes it's from 11 to 12.
We just gonna work like the whole time. We just gonna work, and you gonna
ain't
work
gonna happen, Captain.
No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You need schedule an appointment.
And if people is doing it, and you on some type of retreat, that ain't really healthy for your marriage situation. I'm just saying, we on a retreat. I can give you some little tips and advice. But helping your situation,
right?
Don't just take that advice
and
like it's going to figure out whatever's going on in your stuff.
It needs to be in a certain setting as well.
Sure do.
Okay. So number 3, so let's talk about the more formal events. So we've been informal. The more formal events. One is like a marriage boot camp. And now this is something that we've talked about having. We are military veterans. Yeah.
What kind of talk?
We've been married a long time, and we could try to whip some folks into shape.
Ain't this Black History Month? I don't think the word whip is a good word.
They don't have many of these types of events, or at least we haven't seen them. But I think people would probably want, the ones who come would probably be more fit couple. They would probably whip us into shape.
Who ain't nobody whipping me?
We're a long way away from PT.
Girl,
PT.
I got PTSD.
PT.
Pull out a whip. There might be some other things going on around here.
Yeah, that military physical training is a whole nother thing. But I think we could pull it off.
Do I look like a drill instructor?
I think we could. Hey, the
I
cadence.
Ain't drill instructing
the
nobody.
Cadence. Put 2, 3, 4.
Nope.
What have we fighting
Never heard
for? It. Come on now.
Never heard it.
Hard work. Hard work. No.
That was Major Payne. Major Payne said, choo, choo.
You didn't used to call cadence? I called cadence a couple times.
Cadence.
When we
left,
march.
left, right.
Yeah. Left, right, left.
This a left, right, left competition? You the hard left, right.
Left, right, left. Right, left.
Left, right, left, right.
Oh, you don't sound like you
Jack
called
and
cadence.
went up there.
You don't sound like you called cadence.
Who did?
You.
I didn't call no cadence. I told you I ain't no drill instructor.
I did.
I ain't trying to be no drill instructor.
Drill instructor. It was in boot camp, and I called it a couple
times. Dude yelled at me one time too many. I almost had to go to the bridge.
Your left, right, left. Your left. Come on.
I almost started to say, my daddy don't yell at me like that, but then I had to think again.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, I would think people would probably want it to be more like the marriage boot camp that's on TV, that reality TV type stuff. And that wouldn't work for us. class just wouldn't work for me.
Ain't that called drama again?
Yeah, because we would want to have folks drop and give me 20.
I don't do drama. Excuse me.
Drop. Give me 20.
I'm too old for drama.
Give me 20. I like to see somebody drop. Can they do 20? Can you do to a kid? Okay. All right. So number 4, the more formal type events, faith-based events. And here's where things get divisive, I feel, as far as marriages is concerned. Because when you attend a marriage event based on your faith, your faith, it's not going to be for everybody. And as Muslims, we do a lot of events at masjids.
Yeah, but some people have faith within their faith.
Yeah.
They try to alter the faith.
We do a lot of events at masjids. And who do you expect to show up to a masjid? Of course, Muslims. Now, does that mean that it isn't for everybody and that everyone isn't welcome? No. But a lot of times people feel because it's at a masjid, they won't come. Because
so they don't want to come in with their Sunday hat on.
Yeah,
at the masjid.
But there has been non-Muslims that have attended our events at masjids. Like several non-Muslims will come to our events. But when you do something faith-based, that should be expected with any faith, for them to cater to that particular faith. Like, if you're doing something that's Christian based or whatever. If
you're going to the church, you should expect Sunday hats.
You're gonna expect that. That's what I'm saying. I feel like marriage becomes really divisive, when it comes to, the doctrine. Because even though we are Muslim, we appeal to a lot of people, but because we have events and different things like at masjids or certain like that, a lot of people, like non-Muslims, won't come because they just feel,
it's at the masjid.
It's at the masjid. Exactly.
Need a hijab.
And I think neutral spaces are not offered enough for people that don't ascribe to a particular faith. We've done a few events where it was come one, come all, but there's not enough that we've seen where people can just come and not have to worry about faith. But I think that might be a whole nother show.
Well, you save marriages, you save communities. Mm-hmm. I feel, so it should be sometimes at a neutral space, because marriages is having problems too now.
Yeah, well,
so you kind of got to get it in.
Well, in Islam, marriages have our faith. So
well, you
we have to, right. And when we talk to Muslims, we talk of doctrine. You know what I'm saying? We talk Islam, we talk, Quran, Sunnah, and different things like that. So it's going to appeal to Muslims. Yeah. But we're also the type of people that will read the room, so we know who our audience is. And there hasn't been one faith or type of people that we've spoken to where we didn't know how to give information.
Well, I mean, but people who come, even if we're Muslim and this is an event at a masjid, I mean, it's because Islam is for everybody. Everybody just don't see that.
Right.
Islam is for everybody, and the way Islam talks about marriage is for all marriages.
Right. And there's a lot of Christian people on social media that we see their information comes all up and down our timeline because Muslim people share it.
There are some Christians who talk about marriage the way marriage should be talked about. Mm-hmm. Islam, that's all Islam does, though. We talk about marriage the way we're not adding nothing to it. We ain't taking nothing away from it.
Right.
But again, some faith, go ahead and let you add stuff to marriage.
Right.
We ain't adding nothing.
Exactly.
I ain't taking nothing out, but I ain't adding nothing to what he already said.
Right.
Excuse me.
Right. Okay, so talking about faith and marriage, like I said, that could be like a whole nother show. But we will be having a book signing for our new book. Send me that recipe, okay? And it will be open to everyone. Book signings are open to everybody. Everybody is open to everybody, okay? Everyone.
Somebody on stage.
Everyone. So if you see an announcement, flyer, or what have you, that says that we're going to be in a city near you, in your city, somewhere, okay? Pull up. Pull up, because Rufus and Jenny want to see you.
Is it going to be like the NE? They was in 30 cities. They're going to be in 30 cities.
Well, we doing 10. We ain't no addition. We doing 10. We ain't doing no 30. But, yeah, you are welcome at our events, our book signings and everything. It don't matter who y'all, come as y'all, all that good type of stuff. And
I hope you clean yourself up for come as you are. This is a BYOB.
And we want to see your face in the place, okay? So with that said, hold what you got. We'll be right back with your food for thought.
This video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We just did a podcast on counseling versus therapy. It's definitely good for you.
Without a healthy mind, being truly happy and at peace is hard. The good news is therapy works.
But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help. Or maybe you're feeling insecure in your relationships or at work, not dealing well with stress. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help.
BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with the therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera that you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy and can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours.
Join the millions of people who are seeing what online therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself, because you are your greatest asset. And special offer to Rufus and Jenny listeners and viewers, you can get 10% off your first month of professional therapy at betterhelp.com/Rufus and Jenny. That's betterhelp.com/Rufus and Jenny. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
In the food for thought for today, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. There's a lot going on with us. That's why this episode is just slightly delayed and everything. But there's so much going on in the world. So I'm just going to say this. Matter of fact, I'm going to sing it. Give me a key. What the world needs now is love.
Is auto-tune.
Sweet love. You playing.
Auto-tune will help you now.
It's the only thing that is just too little of. Well, you could have helped me out.
I can't even do auto-tune. I was trying to think of a way to do auto-tune.
You could have helped me out.
I couldn't think of.
How come you didn't come in and harmonize?
How does auto-tune sound?
How come you didn't come in and harmonize with me?
Harm who?
Harmonize.
I ain't trying to harm nobody.
Okay.
Excuse
We
me.
are living in strange times. Strange times, unprecedented times.
We living in times where you better get your stuff together.
Yeah, you get your houses
That's
in
what
order.
time this is.
Be easy with people. You have no idea what people are fighting. We live in Atlanta. And we were just looking this past week at housing prices and food and different things like that. People are struggling, like seriously struggling. Be easy with people. Be easy with yourself.
People is struggling.
Yeah.
Dude talking about hitting the nuclear button.
Yeah.
Girl.
Just be easy, because this is all a little much right now.
Y'all got to read between the lines.
What the world needs now
is less power hungry people.
Yeah. His love.
Too many people
Sweet love.
want money and power,
Yeah.
and that's a bad combination.
That's it for the food for thought for this week. Just a few announcements before we go. Surviving Marriage. Yay! We are building that page. We got our Surviving Marriage page back. We are on IG. Follow us. Information about our new book, about this podcast, t-shirts, card games, all our swag. Get your swag on, all that good type of stuff. Follow us at Surviving Marriage. The new book, it was supposed to drop to 22/22. It's delayed, but it's coming. It's delayed, but it's coming. Okay. Learn a new language. Languia Talk. Check the link in our notes or under this video and sign up to learn a new language. Hey, so much else is going on. You might as well increase yourself, right? Self-improvement, self-development. Love it. Okay. Bread and Butter Farms. Bread and Butter Farms, zero chemicals, guys. Organically grown produce, grass-fed meats, and free-range chicken and eggs. Join their farm share now. You get 10 weeks of vegetables for you and your family. They also accept EBT. www.breadandbutterfarms.com for more information. Okay, Nicole and Musa doing great things out there for with the farmers and their farm and different type of things. So be sure to support them. Stay in touch with us across social media. Don't miss anything. These algorithms ain't loyal, guys. Have y'all seen them? These algorithms on social media, you may miss something. So follow us across social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we even on TikTok. We are on TikTok, everywhere at Rufus and Jenny. YouTube too, Rufus and Jenny. Okay, subscribe, rate, and review. How can you guys help our podcast? Subscribe, rate, and review. How can you help our podcast? Subscribe, rate, and review. You ready to ride there?
Mm-hmm.
That sounded like old Tay. Old Tay. Okay.
Oh, so you trying to say that's a family member or something?
Remember, marriage is a journey, not a sprint. We are surviving it, and so can you.
And we are Rufus and Jenny. Until the next episode, y'all be cool.
We'll be married.